Hi guys, I'm Clinton and welcome to episode 4. Now when we think of photography, we have in our mind this idea of that Vogue magazine style shoot, right? In the studio with the actresses and the top models and stuff like that. It's not entirely inaccurate, it depends on the business. So if you have a clothing brand, if you have a luxury item like a cologne and things like that, you need to take professional photography, right? You have to hire someone to do it. Now, on the other hand, with most brands, you don't necessarily need that. And I didn't realize this myself until I was in a chain store and I recognized the model in the branding, and she is a well-known stock photography model. And I was like, okay, so they are also using this. Now, this is great news for us because it puts us on a level playing field with these guys, and it allows us to have the same quality of photography that they do. And it makes sense because if you don't use stock photography, then you would have to go and hire the models. You have to find a place to shoot, right? Or hire a studio. You're going to have to get, you have to pay the photographer. You have to get the props. You have to get the wardrobe sorted out, right? It's a very expensive exercise. Now, the thing with photography is, okay, your logo is not going to change, right? Well, it shouldn't. Your color scheme not going to change. Your stock photography is dependent on your marketing campaign that you're running and exactly what emotion or what you're trying to convey in that marketing, right? For your sales pitch. So stock photography is a good option. Now, for me personally, I use a site called Pixabay, and Pixabay has free stock photography for commercial use. So if you guys are familiar with my writing, I use it quite often. I get my stuff from Pixabay, and then if I have to edit it, I'll make changes as I need, add text and stuff like that, right? So that's where I get the pictures from for that. So Pixabay should be your first stop, and I'll put the links in the description for the sites we're going to be discussing, right? So let's have a look at Pixabay so you get a feel for it and understand exactly how it works. You go onto the website and you search for the product that you're looking for. Then you get the images that'll come up. And now the top is the advertising. So if you click that, that'll take you to a different website that you have to pay for. In this case, it's iStock. So below that is the pictures that are available to you. So I quite like the first one. I'm going to select that and go to free download. I tend to download the maximum size so that if I need it for a larger scale, I already have the file. I don't have to come back and find the picture again and then re-download. So I take the biggest file, save, see what else they have here. Okay, I like this one. I'm going to select that. Now, the other thing is that apart from the product photography, you may also need a background, because the background will be used on your website and wherever else, right, in your advertising. So in my case, let's see, let's try white wall. Let's see what comes up. Okay, I like that one. So it just depends on your preference as to what you are looking for in your branding and what style you're looking for. I'm going to save that. So by the way, on the pictures, you would see the license agreement. So the Pixabay license, it says free for commercial use and no attribution required, which means that you don't have to state who the photographer is in your project. Okay, now suppose we cannot find anything on Pixabay. It does happen from time to time. What you can do then is you can go to a website like dreamstime.com. So this is dreamstime.com. It's something that I've been using for years. There are many websites that offer stock images. There's Shutterstock and stuff. I haven't used them because I've found stuff on here, so I mean there's no need to. And I'll show you how the pricing works. So there's the images, and let's suppose that we want this one. So we click on it, and the pricing is based on the size of the image, as well as there's like a ranking for it. So for instance, on this one, for an extra small image, if you click on that, it'll give you the pixel size, the size in centimeters at that DPI, and the file size. Now that's quite small, so that will cost us 5 credits. So if we go higher and we want a bigger file, select medium, it'll cost us 10 credits, large is 11, and extra large is 12, and so forth, right? So I'll show you how the credits work in a minute. So let's go to pricing and download plans. So you have two options. You can either pay for a subscription, which is monthly, and they would specify how many downloads you are allocated for the month. I have never used that option. If you're a design studio or something, maybe that would be an option, but in most cases we would use the credit package. So here you would prepay for the credits and use that accordingly. So in this case, so the lowest one is for 11 credits, and that's going to cost us $15 US. So then we purchase it, and then we can use those credits. So going back, for this picture, the small file is going to cost us 5 credits. So if we buy the 11 credit package, then we will end up using 5 credits just on this picture, or depending on the size, if you need something larger, so it's possible to blast the whole thing on just one image. If you look at that 13 credits, you only end up with 2 credits left. The other option is that when you are searching for photos, you can select the ranking of the image that you want to view. So for instance, under pricing, I can select that and say I only want the level 0. So those are the cheap images, and apply. Then that's going to show you the cheaper images, which will help you manage your costs a bit better, because there's nothing worse than finding an image that you really like and then you find that it's way too expensive for you, and then you have to like make do with something cheaper. So rather you set low and see the images. So for instance, you can pick up a larger image of this, and its maximum size, which is quite large, is only 7 credits. So it just depends on you, and so that's how it's going to work for the paid websites. And I have used Dreamstime over the years when I couldn't find the right free stock image, so it's a good option to go with. So guys, if you found this content useful, please like and share it with others. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.